Hello, and welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to price your Airbnb rental to maximize revenue and attract guests. Whether you're a new or experienced host, setting the right price for your rental can make a big difference. We'll cover things like researching the competition, adjusting prices for peak travel times, and offering discounts. Stick around and be sure to watch until the end of this video because we have something for you. So, let's get started! One of the most important things to consider when pricing your rental is researching the competition. Look at the prices of similar listings in your area and set your price competitively. This will help you attract guests and fill vacancies. By looking at the prices of similar listings in your area, you can get a sense of the going rate for rentals like yours. This information can help you set your price competitively so that you can attract guests and fill vacancies. When researching the competition, be sure to consider location. Look at the prices of similar rentals within your local area. Type of property. Look at prices of similar property size and type, whether it's a private room or entire house or apartment. Amenities. Compare prices of rentals with similar amenities such as a pool, hot tub, or backyard. Reviews and ratings. Take into account the number of reviews, ratings, and overall sentiment of guests that have stayed at similar listings. By considering all of these factors, you can get a good sense of what prices are reasonable for your rental and set your prices accordingly. By pricing competitively, you will attract guests and fill vacancies. And also, it will help you to increase the revenue from your property. Another important factor to consider is peak travel times. Adjust your prices for peak travel seasons or events when demand for rentals is higher. This will help you capitalize on the increased demand and earn more revenue. During peak travel seasons or events, demand for rentals is typically higher, which means that you can charge more for your rental and earn more revenue. Peak travel times can vary depending on where your rental is located. Common peak travel times include holidays such as Christmas, Easter, and New Year's Eve, summer months and other holidays, local events such as festivals, concerts, and conferences. By adjusting your prices for peak travel times, you can capitalize on the increased demand and earn more revenue. There are different ways to implement dynamic pricing based on time. You can use dynamic pricing tools that automatically adjust your prices based on demand and availability, or you can manually adjust your prices when you know there is a peak travel time. It's important to be transparent and communicate any pricing changes to your guests to avoid confusion and disappointment. Remember to consider local laws and regulations regarding pricing as well. Amenities can also play a big role in pricing your rental. Consider charging more for rentals with desirable amenities, such as a hot tub or a pool. Occasionally, consider setting a minimum stay requirement for your rental, which can help increase your revenue. Rentals with desirable amenities, such as a hot tub or pool, can command a higher price than similar rentals without those amenities. By considering the amenities that your rental has to offer and adjusting your prices accordingly, you can increase your revenue and attract guests who are looking for specific amenities. For example, if your rental has a hot tub, you can charge a premium for it. The same goes for a private pool, a backyard, or a fireplace. Even smaller amenities, such as a coffee maker, a dishwasher, or high-speed internet can also be considered when pricing your rental. Keep in mind that not all amenities are created equal. Some are more desirable than others and will therefore command a higher price. It's also important to consider the cost of maintaining these amenities and make sure it's worth the increase in price. Remember to be transparent about amenities and their costs so guests know what to expect and are happy with their rental. Another strategy to consider is offering discounts. You can offer discounts for long-term stays or last-minute bookings to fill vacancies. This can help attract guests and increase your revenue. This can be especially useful for rentals that are typically used for short-term stays, such as vacation rentals. By offering a discounted rate for stays of a week or more, you can attract guests who are looking for a longer stay and also increase the chances to fill up longer vacancies. Another way to offer discounts is by offering last-minute bookings. If you have a vacancy that needs to be filled quickly, you can offer a discounted rate to attract guests who are looking for a last-minute booking. This can help you fill a vacancy and earn revenue that you otherwise would have lost. Other discounts you can consider are early bird discounts, loyalty discounts, and referral discounts. When offering discounts, it is important to balance the discount you are offering with the potential revenue you can earn. It's also important to be transparent with your guests and clearly communicate the terms of the discount to avoid confusion. By being creative with your discounts, you can attract guests, fill vacancies, and increase revenue for your Airbnb rental. Dynamic pricing is also a great way to optimize your revenue. Using dynamic pricing tools that automatically adjust your prices based on demand and availability can help you get the most out of your rental. Dynamic pricing can take into account various factors, like the time of the year, the day of the week, events happening in your area, and the weather forecast. By analyzing all this data, the tool can adjust the prices for you to the most optimal rate. Dynamic pricing can help you optimize your revenue by making sure that you're charging the most that you can for your rental during these times of high demand and the least that you can during times of low demand. There are several dynamic pricing tools available for Airbnb hosts, such as Beyond Pricing, Wheelhouse, and Price Labs. These tools integrate with your Airbnb account and adjust your prices automatically. They also provide you with detailed reports and analytics, and some even have the ability to sync with other marketplaces such as Booking.com, Expedia, etc. By using dynamic pricing tools, you can automate the pricing process and optimize your revenue, allowing you to focus on other aspects of managing your rental. It's important to check if the tool you decide to use complies with your local laws and regulations, and also to check their fees and services they provide. Be flexible with your cancellation policy. You can charge more if you have a strict cancellation policy, or be more flexible with a less strict policy. This will help you attract guests and avoid vacancies. A strict cancellation policy means that guests will be charged a fee if they cancel their reservation within a certain time frame before the scheduled check-in date. On the other hand, a more flexible cancellation policy allows guests to cancel their reservation with less penalty or even no penalty. Having a strict cancellation policy can deter guests from booking your rental, especially if they are uncertain about their travel plans. On the other hand, a more flexible cancellation policy can make your rental more attractive to guests as it allows them to cancel their reservation with less worry. One way to be flexible with your cancellation policy is by offering a more lenient policy to guests who book your rental in advance. For example, you can allow guests who book your rental 30 days or more in advance to cancel the reservation with no penalty until the week before their check-in date. You may have to increase your rate if you have a strict cancellation policy as a way to compensate for the reduced revenue by not having a more flexible policy. However, it's important to be transparent with your guests and clearly communicate your cancellation policy to avoid confusion and disappointment. Keep in mind that the cancellation policy that you choose should comply with local laws and regulations and also with Airbnb's policy. You should strive to strike a balance between flexibility and protecting your own interests as a host. Setting a minimum stay requirement for your rental is a strategy that can help increase your revenue. By setting a minimum stay, you ensure that guests will be staying at your rental for a certain number of nights, which can increase your revenue as opposed to renting on a nightly basis. For example, if you require a minimum stay of 3 nights, guests who book for that time period will pay for 3 nights instead of just 1, which will increase your revenue. Minimum stays can be especially useful for rentals that are typically used for short-term stays. By requiring a minimum stay, you can attract guests who are looking for a longer stay and increase your revenue. Keep in mind that setting a minimum stay requirement may also deter some guests from booking if they want to stay only for a shorter period of time. That's why you should consider your target market and the type of guests you want to attract. You can set the different minimum stay requirements depending on the time of the year, special events, and the type of guests you want to attract. Some tools and platforms, like the ones I mentioned previously, have minimum stay requirements included in the pricing options. You should also be aware of local laws and regulations regarding minimum stay requirements to make sure you are compliant and to avoid any legal issues. Overall, pricing your rental effectively is an important part of being a successful Airbnb host. By doing your research, adjusting for peak travel times, and offering discounts, you can increase your revenue and attract more guests. That's it for today's video on pricing strategies for Airbnb rentals. We hope you found it helpful. If you did, please don't forget to like and share this video with your friends and fellow Airbnb hosts. And if you have any other tips or strategies you'd like to share, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.